Hi everybody, it's Catherine or Mrs. Cronall, and I am here today with my stained naked nails, ready to show you some of my favourite products to use for nail care. I'm going to go through them as quickly as possible so you don't have to look at my yellow nails if they're offensive to you. But they're not offensive to me, I don't really care. They're yellow because I paint my nails all of the time and I really like dark colours and I really don't care if they're not. I'm lucky that I don't have to care if they're not pristine and white. So I'm going to jump into one of my favourite products, and as I'm going through the products I'm also going to be using them, so I might just speed up the process throughout, or maybe I'll just do this hand and come back to the other hand later. My first can't live without products are my cuticle removing products from Essence. I use these at least once a week. I don't use them every time I do my nails because I just feel that's a bit excessive and just too much for my cuticles. I'm going to use these two today. This is a nail removing stick and it looks like this. It looks kind of gross at the moment because I think my last manicure was a dark colour, so I probably could do with a new one, to be honest. I do keep them regularly cleaned just to be hygienic and things like that. And this is a 15-second fast nail polish cuticle remover, although I'm not entirely sure if there are that many slow ones. I think this one is really good, so I'll show you how I use that in a second. If I have any hangnails or anything like that, I do sometimes cut them. I know you're not supposed to, but hey, sometimes needs must. I don't today, I'm okay. Maybe a little bit of a one there, but nothing major. And I haven't, to be honest, in a while needed to cut anything. But sometimes I do use this. And I always kind of tend, sorry for all the rattling, I do tend to push back the cuticles if I need to, but again, I haven't done it for a while. It's really only, I really only need both of these kind of extreme measures in the winter and if I've been wearing my mani for over a week. So I'm going to show you very quickly, maybe I'll do a time lapse, how I do this. So, as you can see guys, there is a lot of kind of gunk coming up from under my nails. That's because the last mani I had on was black. I've been wearing a lot of dark colours. I need to get into summer mode. And yeah, it's kind of gross. You can see how the black polish is coming up, but also any bits of cuticle that I don't want to ruin my mani. I don't go too hard. You don't want to break the skin, but forceful enough that you get it off. Kind of like if you're removing sticker from a glass. That's how you should probably think of your nails. That's how I would think of them. You don't want to destroy the glass, and you don't want to damage your cuticles. You don't want to destroy your nail either. So just think of it like that and you should be able to apply the right amount of pressure. I always double up on the pads, but I do reuse them just because just gives it extra little bit of bounce when you're pressing against them. This also has the added benefit of working as a little bit of a pusher too. Now I could probably do a much better job than that. It's just I'm trying to kind of see around the tripod, but yeah, not too bad. Good bit cleaner. So I am going to finish up on my other hand, wash my hands, and then I will come back with my next step. Okay guys, so my cuticles are all cleaned up. I can definitely tell the difference. I don't know if you can, and I've just washed my hands. So now we are going to talk about moisture. Now normally I wouldn't moisturize my hands at this stage going into a mani, but once or twice a fortnight I will use a hand mask, especially in the winter. Not so much this time, but especially in the winter. Jules sent me a really nice one, and I threw away the package, so I can't remember the name of it, but this is my favorite brand. This is from Sephora, and it's the Argan hand mask. Basically anything with argan and almond, I'm there. They are my two favorite things to use for both my hair, my skin and my nails. So I will use this once or twice a fortnight. I don't really need it right now because, as I said, it's summer and it's quite warm, so I'm not using them as much, but these ones are very good. Okay, and then at night I will always use Burt's Bees hand salve. This is like a kind of a jelly almost. It feels like Vaseline when you put it on. It looks very kind of greasy, and it smells kind of medicinal. It almost smells like Vicks Vapor Rub, if anyone knows that. There is almond in this as well, and the smell of the Vicks is coming from the eucalyptus that's in this too. The ingredients are there, and you've got lavender and olive and all that kind of thing. It's a really great moisturizing hand salve, and I use this every single night. When I don't use this for a few days, if I forget to use it, this lives on my bedside table. If I forget to use this, I will notice the difference. I'll get dry skin in between my fingers, my cuticles dry out. So this is a definite must have, along with the hand masks, and this I will use all of the time. And then just on a daily regular basis, I obviously use hand cream. I don't use hand cream as often as some other people I know, and I think it's because of this hand salve. But if I am using hand cream, I'll typically use something from L'Occitane, because I have loads to use up from my advent calendar. These Crabtree and Evelyn hand creams are very good. I'm not that fussy about hand creams. We have it all over the house, and I kind of use whatever is around. I used Essence hand creams as well, and they've been quite good. But honestly, if you use this overnight, you won't even notice not using hand cream during the day. That's just my opinion. Again, everybody's going to be different. I definitely recommend this if you've got drier skin, if you work outdoors, men and women. This is going to be a really good hand cream to use, especially if you've been out in the garden or something like that. This is a really good for preventing your cuticles from cracking and drying and stuff like that. So yeah, I've used this a lot, and oh, I love the smell of it. It feels so medicinal, and as you can see, I go through this quite a bit. What I like to do after I have everything ready and I'm ready to paint my nails is I apply my favorite base coat. This is OPI's Nail Envy. I have another bottle here that's pretty much empty, but it kind of gets a bit too gloopy to make a nice mani. So when it gets to this kind of stage, I use this one on my toenails now. So I don't use what I use my toenails. I don't use it on my fingernails. I know, I'm very particular. But this is a brand new bottle. This has jumped in price to 40 francs here. It has jumped in price everywhere. I know that, and I am really sorry for recommending it so much, but I haven't used anything as good as Nail Envy. And I will get about 3 months out of a little bottle like this. So 40 francs over 3 months, it's not going to kill me. And because I do use it so much, you know, it's something I'll just have to suck up, I think, eventually. Luckily, I have managed to get a couple in duty free so far, so it's not too bad. So I always use this as a base coat, and even when I went into surgery, I couldn't have nail varnish on, and someone told me in the comments that was because they have to see if on Instagram, someone told me they have to see if your nails are going blue or not. So I did wear a layer of this, and yeah, I always wear it. I never have naked nails. There's always a layer of OPI. You'll probably see what I'm doing. I am applying one very nice coat of this. This dries super fast and it's a little bit sticky. It's not too sticky, it dries out completely dry. I also just run the side of the brush over the nails. So I always have a little bit. I didn't do a very good job of cleaning in under them. I need to clean under them better. I have my next favorite product coming up for that. But yeah, I always run this in under the nails just because I do like to prevent any kind of peeling or splitting at the top. Again, not everybody is going to like my methods or agree with my methods. Nail care is one of those things. It's like makeup. It really depends on your kind of preferences and what works for you. Everybody's nails are different, okay? So I've gone through three of my favorite types of products to use. We've got the cuticle remover, the hand moisture, and the OPI nail envy. While this is drying, let me talk to you about my next absolute must-have for nails, and that is a cuticle oil, which will go on at the end. This is my favorite cuticle oil. I've tried a few and nothing beats this. This smells, and my mother is going to love this. Hello, mother. This smells exactly like almond oil, and I think it is just almond oil. Let's just see. Yeah, it's just almond oil. I just checked the back of this one here. This is an empty bottle. I'm actually going to pour this in here and just sterilize this because I don't want this to get kind of gross on the inside. I've used a good bit of it already, but yeah, I've decided just to depot it. They're the exact same, but I'm going to do depot it. So this is the CND solar oil, and it is basically just almond oil. And there's a little bit of fragrance in there, but it's really just almond oil and a couple of other bits, jojoba and rice and bran oil. Wow. But anyway, this is amazing. This cuticle oil just smells delicious. It's very difficult for me since I'm off sugar. Very difficult. So cuticle oil is another thing I just could not live without. So that is what I would use around the cuticles. Okay, so this is drying off nicely. And what I'm going to do is paint my nails for you guys in another video, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to skip ahead to my next favorite product when I'm doing my nail care, but before I'm going to do that, I'm going to paint my nails. So I'll be back in a second. So folks, I am halfway through painting my nails, and I have taken a little break so that I can show you my next favorite nail polish, nail care item to use. This is the Essence Corrector Pens. I have so many of these around the place. I've given some to my mum as well. They are just brilliant. They're acetone free, so they are not going to be too drying. They do have a slight scent, although it's not that strong, but just so that you're aware. And they come with 3 refills. I think I have a new one here somewhere. Yeah. 3 refills at the end. Now just be careful when you're buying these in store, or if you buy them in store, always check the lid, because sometimes with Essence, because they're not sealed, they are used. So just double check that. I've been stung before. So yeah, just check that when you're in store. So I usually, you can wait until it's wet, or you can do it while it's dry, but you can see here where I have made a little error, so I'm gonna fix that up. And this is particularly useful for, you know, if you've got a polish that likes to flood the cuticles, this is particularly useful. So I'm going to continue painting my nails and come back to you in a couple of minutes. So guys and girls, I've just finished painting my nails. I added a little accent nail with this one here from ILNP called Kaleidoscope, just here. And the other polish is this Colour Boost from Essence. I'm not sure if I already said this, but it's Instant Feeling. So my other nail care product that I just could not live without is this one from H&M. It is the Instant Armour Top Coat. You'll see it better here. This is the box that comes in. There's a new one in here. I always have a backup just in case. This is the Instant Armour top coat, and it is quick drying and it's very, very glossy. So I really, really like that top coat. Okay, guys and girls, and the last thing that I want to mention just in terms of nail care essentials that I like to use is this nail polish remover from Vio. This is the cheapest option actually. This is the acetone one. It's melon scented, but this is the one that has the oil in it. And I have found since starting to use this, I used to use the Lotus one, that my nails have improved greatly because of the oil. And you can do this yourself as well. You can, and you've probably seen this hack several times before, but if you have a bottle of acetone, just drop some of even your cuticle oil remover in there, just a few drops, and shake it up, and that will just be a less drying formula than your regular acetone nail remover. A word of warning though, if you are going to use this for stamping, do not use the acetone you use for stamping. Do not add oil to it, because actually no, this doesn't work to clean my plates as good as just a pure acetone. So just note that you might need a separate pure acetone for your stamping plates if you're into that kind of thing. All right, guys and girls, so that's it. Nails painted, all moisturized, getting ready to face the day. Thanks for joining me for Nail Wellness Wednesday. They are my essential products. Just to give you one last look, we had the cuticle removers, we had moisturizing products. Here we go. We had our Nail Envy. We had, that should go there as well. We had our cuticle oil, we had our nail correcting stick, and we had our acetone. There goes the Nail Envy. I think it's time to go, guys, but they are all of my essentials for doing my nails. So, hope you enjoyed that, guys and girls. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.